Chapter 2 Arbitration Agreement Section 7 to 9. Which one of the following dispute can be adjudicated upon through arbitrator? Arising out of legal relation, arising out of contractual relation, arising out of commercial relation. Principle of accord and satisfaction applies to an arbitration agreement. Which provision of Arbitration and Conciliation Act mandates that arbitration agreement shall be in writing? Section 7. Which of the following is not an essential condition for arbitration agreement as per Section 7 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act? The agreement must be registered. Arbitration award as defined in Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 include interim award. An arbitration agreement provide arbitration under Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 by two arbitrators, one to be appointed by each party. The arbitration agreement is of arbitration by one arbitrator, either to appoint jointly by or two party and not by the court. A party seeking interim measure from a court would file application under Section 9 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act. Court is empowered to grant interim measure after the making of arbitral about, but before it is enforced under Section 9 of the Arbitration and Conciliation Act. A Hindu wife files a petition against her husband for dissolution of marriage by decree of divorce. Immediately after some service of summons, the petition and before the filing of written statement, the defendant file an application under Section 8 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act for reference to the arbitration and in accordance with the arbitration clause. A settlement agreement signed by the party when on either occasion police complaint were made against each other, the wife admit the arbitration agreement, which emphasizes all dispute and differences of all kind between the parties. The court shall dismiss the application and proceed with the petition. A financial institution institute a suit for repossession of a vehicle, subject matter of hire purchase, with the defendant and for recovery of fair charge. The hire purchase agreement produced by the plaintiff, along with the plaint, contain an arbitration clause for reference of some claim to arbitration of a reputed name advocate. The court shall issue summons of the suit under Section 8 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996. The reference of party to arbitration is mandatory. An application under Section 8 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 is filed by the defendant after the defendant has filed his written statement on merit and after framing the issue in which no issue qua arbitrary is framed, the court must dismiss and same as not maintainable. A file a suit against B for recovery of money due to agreement, term whereof and since expiry by efflux of time. B file an application under Section 8 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 contending that agreement contain an arbitration clause. The court would then refer the party to arbitrator. Which one of the following statement is correct so far as Section 9 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act is concerned? A party may apply to court seeking appointment of receiver by way of interim measure, even after making of arbitral award by arbitral tribunal. Section 9 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act deal with discretion power of the court. Which one of the following statement regarding the power granted under Section 8 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 is correct? Two and four only. Section 8 is an instance of least judicial intervention when there is an arbitration agreement between the party. The application under Section 8 shall not be entertained unless it is accompanied by original arbitration agreement. Interim measure by a court under Arbitration and Conciliation Act 1996 include all of the above: appointment of receiver, securing the amount of dispute in arbitration, the preservation, interim custody, sale of good act is subject matter of the arbitration agreement. An arbitration clause contained deficiently stamp and compulsory registrable document be enforceable only it is deficient stamp duty along with the penalty if any is paid. A non-signatory to arbitration agreement can made by party to arbitration proceeding under some circumstances ground. A institute a suit against B with respect to dispute arising out of agreement enter into with B. The said agreement provided for arbitration of all disputes, including the disputes subject matter of suit. The court before which the suit come up for admission will admit the suit if otherwise maintainable in law. The commencement of arbitral proceeding is not depend on interim relief being allowed and detained under Section 9 of Arbitration and Conciliation Act. Supreme Court in which case held so. Firm Ashok Trader versus Gurmukh Das Suzla